Okay, Monday, October 31st, and this is a kind of a SPY morning update about an hour into trading. And you can see here so far on the daily chart, we have a little bit of a red bar at the moment. We're still above the halfway point of the prior day. We still haven't really started to the upside yet. I'm not surprised at all, given my pre-opening video, that we're kind of consolidating a little bit here with a little bit of uncertainty in terms of the SPY itself. If we look at the 15-minute chart, I mean, the first bar just held here near the lows of the pre-market, started green, but didn't really have any, upside follow through. Then we went down, so it looked like we were going to have a downward bias, and I can show you a lot of stocks that were moving lower. So that was kind of the bias in play. But I also knew, overall that until we really break down into this green bar, the halfway point, that I'm not really not major conviction to the downside with the market overall. So then the market, has a green bar. This isn't really a red to green move at this point. It's just kind of a pause bar. We start up a little bit. I'm kind of wanting to see if we take out the first bar high at this point, and this bar immediately fails, and then we get a 2 down, and you can see we're not really following through much lower either at the moment. To take out, you would think after this 2 down bar, this next move should take out the lows of the day, which it may do. But at the moment, it's kind of pausing here as well. So I wouldn't be surprised at some point, to hold in this area and start up again. I'd have to watch to see breaking up the intraday high, and then that could kind of show me an opening price action somewhere down here that maybe moves up by the end of the day. But a lot of stocks are weak, so I'm not convinced that there's enough stocks out there they're going to want to make a strong move to the upside. I'll show you that in a second. So anyway, I guess what I'm saying here on the SPY, we'll see where this day ends up. But in terms of trading, this particular index, it wouldn't be easy to do anything. But since I saw that down opening, I was able to take advantage of that. Just individual stocks, I follow a whole bunch of stocks at one time, just to show you how this sometimes translates when you watch the market and you kind of see an uncertain environment. I was short Meta, and that went down big. I also sold some Coinbase here and I posted a video, and that went down a little bit. And I was looking at, I didn't trade it, but Nvidia was actually a decent short here right out of the gates that would have had good follow through to the downside. So, those were, you can watch the kind of the SPY having uncertainty, but a little bias down to start, and taking advantage of that with individual stocks. Also, given the fact I still think there's upside potential, I was out of my entire board, the stock that moved up strongly was First Solar, and I made a nice trade there, buying it right here at the blue line on this pause after bar 2, and now we're continuing much higher. So there was a couple of stocks to play the upside if you really felt that there might be some kind of red to green move in the market overall, just kind of looking at a few of the stronger stocks that are out there. So that's the way, it kind of played out today. Every other stock I'm looking at, I don't really see any great opportunities. Even Apple, which had a strong day yesterday, you can see it's pulled back a little bit, but not really following through much to the downside. It's actually starting up now. So again, back to the SPY. It's just kind of a consolidation moment, and again, I wouldn't be surprised somehow to see it head up again and then take out this high today, possibly, or at some point, whether maybe tomorrow. I still think we're pausing in here to try to test those highs. So we'll watch for that. But like I said, a lot of stocks have moved considerably lower, but maybe Meta here is making its pause on the day, and that could be the entire move of the day to the downside. And same thing with Nvidia, which is now kind of finding a little bit of buying in here at the bottom. So, I would still look at the strong. Here's Shopify, which actually would have been a decent trade to the upside too. I was following it, but I didn't trade it. Maybe it's making just a nice pause here and ready for its secondary move to the upside. So if this market's going to hold up here and kind of work its way back to the highs, there are a few stocks out there that are worth considering. First Solar was a good one out of the gates. There are a couple of other ones, if you go around, that are just had a nice move up, maybe making a pause, and they could be a good secondary trade to take out their intraday highs without so much worrying about where the SPY goes today. But just thought I'd follow up showing kind of what I expected given that opening price action here and some of the pre-open comments I made, to just kind of look for more consolidation today, more so than any conviction down or conviction up. But we'll see what develops, by the end of the day.